If you consent to a channeled message and reading from the mermaids, please stay, and if not, click away. And today, I am no fortune teller, for I'm a Muslim witch, therefore today's reading is all going to be questions, like based off of the messages on the cards for self-reflection, okay? Like symbolism, self-reflection, nothing supernatural is going on today, alright? So just so you know, I'll never message you, by the way. Don't get scammed. I'll never leave comments saying, hey, buy my reading. Okay, that's weird. Don't get scammed. If you want to buy a reading from me and you want to book me, then please click the first link down below to the Hatchling Hollow on my Etsy if you are interested. But other than that, we are going to get right on in today's video. So let's begin. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Amen. Change. Know when to move to a new shell, especially if yours no longer fits. Today, I'm feeling, honestly, for those of you guys who don't know, I really struggle with a lot of chronic pain issues, like I have chronic health issues in terms of like pain, and a lot of it has to do with, you know, my body in the sense of like feeling like a prison, and it kind of makes me reflect on how our bodies can sometimes be like a shell. See the little hermit crab at the bottom of the, at the bottom right here? These cards, by the way, I'll have like unique images at the bottom. The borders are all the same, but like right here at the bottom left, you're gonna have a little bit of like a variation in like the imagery, and it's like to provide like a little bit of variation, uniqueness to each card for the symbolism. And the hermit crab is something that is such a fascinating creature, right? So the hermit crab, and the symbolism of the hermit crab is these crabs are creatures that need the shelter of a shell, but they aren't like attached to their shell, right? They have to grow out of their shell and then leave eventually to find a new one. And when you look at the symbolism of that in terms of like a body, like imagine having a body that you need a shell, but it won't be like born with you. It's like something that you have to like, you know, find as you grow. The symbolism of that is one that teaches us how to know when we're ready to move on, how to know when we're ready to abandon something that used to be home. And so for this message, I'm seeing deep down in the darkest oceans, right? Deep down in the darkest oceans. Do you feel safe? Do you feel safe in your home, especially when conflict arises? When things feel scary, or when things are stressful, does your safety suddenly evaporate? Do you feel like you are drowning in your own pain? Do you feel like you're drowning in a prison of your own making? Is it time to move on? Is it time to find a new shell? Is it time to find a new home? The home that you're in, is it giving you the space to be happy, to feel safe? Does your space feel more like a glorified prison cell, or does it feel like a secret home base? Do you feel like you have to have a cave at the bottom of the ocean, far away from the kingdom you belong to, simply because you are so misunderstood as the Little Mermaid? Do you have a place that you retreat to where you keep all of your favorite things that people don't understand about you? Is it within your heart? Is it within your home? Are you even able to express yourself in your home? Because for a lot of us who, and I know for me personally, my chronic health issues didn't just happen, okay? They are a result of violence against me, okay? Like, one day I will be able to speak about what I went through and why I suffer the way that I do. And the practice that I have with witchcraft, with Islam, with dragons, it's to cope with how some days I cannot get out of bed. Is your body in so much pain you can't get out of bed? like are you disabled in a way that you try not to let define you, yet you find it hard to define yourself outside of your disabilities? Do other people find it hard to define you outside of your disabilities? Is that how they label you? Is that how they know you? Do people know you for your deep feelings and deep struggles, or do they know you for a smile that hides it? Like, are you showing up authentically, or do you need a change, right? Do you need to change that? Let's look at the bottom of the deck. We have protection. Keep some aquamarine close. Mermaid's tears have been known to create these precious gems. I love, we have the like aquamarine crystal at the bottom of the card on this one. This deck, by the way, is called Mermaid Melodies by Jessica Lee. It is phenomenal. I think every human being needs this deck of cards if you like practice witchcraft in any shape or form. But they're like even good, just like affirmation cards, like reflection cards. They're just good, okay? They're just premium, all right? So with the aquamarine is a crystal that is like very light, right? Like a very light turquoise color, and very expensive, actually. Very, like, especially the high quality like aquamarines, they are very pricey, right? Like, and that's because they are a gemstone. They're rare. Like, they're very like high quality treasures of the earth. And while some people might believe that crystals can like have magical powers and some people don't, I'm gonna let you know that I have been on both sides of the spectrum, believing that the crystals have magical powers and the crystals are just rocks. And I can tell you that it doesn't really matter what you believe. The point is what you believe, right? It's not about what the rocks can or can't do for you. It's about like how you believe about them, right? And how do you believe about your safety? Like what do you believe about like your place in this world? Like, do you believe you deserve your rights? Like, we just have to talk about it, okay? Like, do you believe that you deserve to be treated as like an actual human being? Like, do you believe that you deserve to be treated with respect and care? Like, do you believe that you deserve your autonomy? Like, or where you at, bestie? Like where you at? Like, do you see people mistreating you in your day-to-day life and you make excuses for them before you critically think about how that didn't make you feel good? Are you more concerned about thinking of ways to excuse behavior that makes you uncomfortable rather than acknowledging how it made you uncomfortable? That one hurt me personally. But it's serious, okay? Because if you're stuck in that loop, that's what I like to call people pleasing to the death of your entire everything, okay? Not just like in a metaphorical way. No, I'm talking about like death of your everyday, death of your mental health, death of your social life, death of your connections to your family, death of your self-respect, death of your joys, death of your actual physical health, death of your spirit. I could keep going, okay? Death of your identity, death of your happiness, death of your, job, your career ambitions, death of your purpose. Should I keep going, okay? Because are you making decisions that are taking opportunities away from you, that are forcing you to be in alignment with a thing or a place that you don't want for yourself? Are you scared that you can't move out of where you are? Are you scared that you're stuck? Do you think you have to stay where you are because there's no better option? Or are you just afraid of the unknown, even when you know you have to like find a new shell, right? So sometimes, and especially in like just like a personal note here, for me in my life right now today, like I am being forced with the fact that I have to reckon with the fact that my like physical health is not just doing the best. It's just not, you know what I mean? And it is directly tied to the abuse that I've experienced in my life, and it's not my fault. And I absolutely hate going to the doctor. because it just triggers me, and I have been systemically dismissed in my nature of my condition. And all I can say is I can keep that mentality of being afraid and not wanting to go and try and get help, or I can be like, you know what, fuck, I need help, I need to advocate for myself, and it might suck, but I have to go to the doctor, you know. And we have to, we're kind of like forced to ask ourselves, you know, like, what's next? You know what I mean? Like what's next? And I pulled generosity, by the way, when we have a little treasure chest there, which I think is just so perfect for this. What good is treasure if you keep it to yourself? Alhamdulillah. What good is your life if you keep it to yourself? What good is your voice if you keep it to yourself? What good is your kindness if you keep it from yourself? What good is your kindness if you keep it from yourself? If you keep your kindness from yourself, are you really just hurting yourself in a different way? Because true kindness includes yourself. True expressions of generosity include when it like it's true when it includes you, is what I'm trying to say. Like, if you, my point is, like, if you give something at the expense of yourself, that is not generosity, that is self-sacrifice, that is sometimes self-harm, right? But if you are overflowing and you share, that is different. That is why even when I don't feel well, like today, and I'm dealing with chronic health issues, I still like to show up and just spend some time with you guys, pull some cards, and just see where it takes us. See what questions come to mind, and see how we can reflect. Because one thing that chronic health issues has taught me is life is short, and there's no reward for sacrificing yourself so others feel good. Okay? So I'm gonna leave you with this today. Let me pull all these cards up for 1 second. So we have change, protection, and generosity. Do you need to change to protect your generous heart? Otherwise, will you fall apart? And thank you for spending some of your day with me today. I know today's reading was a little heavier, but you know, the real reason I do these readings, my friends, is for self-reflection. I think people really underestimate the power of asking questions. I think that people get too comfortable with assuming things and telling it as fact rather than asking questions, and that's what I like to demonstrate differently here in my readings here on my channel. I personally love tarot readings, but it's really hard for me to resonate with most of the readings, even the people who I absolutely love their readings, because there's this element of, you know, telling things that you couldn't really know for sure as if they're facts, right? Like, what's the word, like you're the chosen one, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, there's a lot of things like that. And instead, I really like to invite people of all faiths, all religion, all spiritual backgrounds, and just curious seekers to tap in and ask the questions that are hard and answer the ones that are the hardest and most thought-provoking, and see if you learn something a little bit. So if any questions in today's video resonated with you, don't forget to answer your favorites in the comments down below. I'll definitely answer my favorites in the comments below too. Now, I think that's a great idea to start doing that, because it's just like, some of these questions are really good, okay? So thank you so much for tuning in today, and thank you, God, for watching over us in this video. And may God always bless you with dragons, okay, my loves? But if you are new here, assalamu alaikum, merry meet, and welcome back to your daily dose of DragonFaether. My name is Azura DragonFaether, the Draconic Priestess. I've been working with dragons since the 90s. Yes, since I was in diapers. dragons have always been a part of my life, and I'm here to share that journey here with you now. And if you are interested in continuing the journey with the dragons, don't forget to join the Hatchling Clan Discord server, and we also talk about mermaids there too, so you don't want to miss out. But anyway, I will see you guys very, very soon. But until next time, stay geeky, cheeky, and free, little hatchlings, rah! But Kadav is blessed be an Omni. And please follow me so I don't get lost and don't get scammed, because I'll never message you. Book a reading with me on Etsy.